Yeah, I should. Anyway, let me just start again. Um,
Can I talk?
yeah, go for it.
Or should I wait?
Go for
Um,
it.
Also, with the omegas, which I try and use as a selling point, is the amount of toxins that are scanned for before they produce it, which we know to be 200. Um, Apparently,
Yes.
most other omegas, that's minimal.
Okay, so let's share that, and and then let's go there. Right, so now we're back. Yeah, yeah. So the omega, and I think also when you start talking about um, that there's 8 different omegas in it, some people don't always grasp that. So you have to. So when you put the fact out there, I don't think people always understand. So you maybe have to ask a question. You what you know. Have you ever heard that before? Have you? Do you eat different types of fishes to get fish? You get different types of omegas. That sort of question. And then, of course, the pro vitality. So for me, the Meryl, how would you differentiate the pro vitality?
Um, Look, it's a convenience fact that all the supplements are in one little sachet for if you're rushing and you just grab it and swallow kind of thing. But
Yep.
you know, generally for myself, I take more than what's in that sachet. Like I take two omegas and I take two carotenoids.
Yeah.
Um, I don't just stick to that sachet, but I think that's the bare minimum.
Yes.
Um, and I think it's prepackaged for life on the go kind of people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you don't have to think about it. I think it probably would work out a little bit less expensive if you had to buy the individual um, bottles and then take one out of the four things. I don't know. Have you ever worked that out?
Yes. Oh, yeah. It would most definitely be less expensive. But yeah, some people do just say, okay, well, I'm just going to take that every day. Yeah.
Mm.
So for me, the differentiation is it's just a convenient pack. That you get four, four different things in one packet. Okay, and then right, so now we have these 3 products: there's Care, LDC, and Super 10. But you mean which one would you differentiate with other stuff that's available on the market? Don't know why this doesn't want to go away. Anyway, yes, no.
Were you looking for Hermine or you asking just
I
generally?
mean, yeah, I'm just asking him in. Does he know?
Okay.
She can answer. She may not answer. That's fine. Okay, so Meryl, why do you think which one of these would you use to differentiate yourself in the market with?
Um, I think the Super 10, because it is so universal, you can use it on all sorts of applications. You not just have an oven cleaner or a bath cleaner or a tile cleaner or a floor cleaner. Um, I'm busy looking after my neighbor's cats and I have to go in and do them twice a day. And they're in the little area where the cats are, it's like a little laundry. And there's a glass cleaner and a tub and towel and a disinfectant, and there's like 6 different bottles, all for different applications. And I just thought, really? They are, granted, they're not South Africans, they're Taiwanese, but I'm dying to get them on board with a
Yeah.
whole different range of products. And every time they go back to Taiwan, which is where they are now, they come back, they fill up a container with all the stuff that they bring from the Far
Uh,
East. And it drives me nuts.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, I
Yeah.
think the universal application.
Yeah, so for me, it's just missing that aisle when you go to the supermarket. Of course, one product that I haven't put up yet today is carpet glow. So we had some people who in our Airbnb had come in from Korea. Her husband was a bit of a nomad programmer, and she was an English teacher. So they've come back here to South Africa for a month or so. Um, anyway, so when they left, people were coming in immediately that day. And, oh, this place just smells a little bit. They'd been cooking a bit or whatever. I just took the carpet blower and I just spray it into the air as an air freshener, and it cleans up that sort of smell. Um, Otherwise, I'd have to go and look for some air freshener of some sort. And then, of course, the care. The one thing about the care that I sometimes use it to actually clean the stove, because it's got the ammonium in it. It also cleans very nicely. It's not just a disinfectant. And this is for the Benin guys in particular. And Monica was having a look at um, the various applications that they use for supergrow. So they, both in Tanzania and Nigeria, they actually promote it as a fertilizer. So it's all about making, I think I've got it on the next page. Yeah, so it's a multi-purpose surfactant. It makes water wetter and ensures optimal soil penetration. And then I also saw that they're also using it for fish. So they've obviously got controlled rivers or something, and they just put this into wherever they're keeping their fish, and it helps to promote growth with fish. So I don't know how I would sell this to someone with goldfish and say this is going to help their goldfish in their little pond. I have no idea. And the other thing that amazed me with this is, is the ratio that you use is 1 in 1,000. So it's a small bit of the supergrow to 1 in 1,000. So it's really, really uh, diluted very to a large extent. So it's very efficient, very cost effective, I would imagine. And so certainly when it comes to differentiating in the market, I don't know of any other product, and I haven't seen them promoted in any way of that. But the market here would be, who would you talk to about this? Someone who's a crazy gardener like Meryl? I don't know.
I haven't actually used it, to be honest, ever.
Yeah, I know.
I just,
I've never
I
used
just
it
rely on the
either,
ground.
and it was actually Brandon who said to us, "I know those guys in Benin." He says they remove a lot of supergrow in that area, and
Okay, that's good.
and I think it's because, I mean, even though they've got a big town there, you've still got a very much a rural population, as it were, from what I understand. And and the other thing that amazed me is they all ride around in motorbikes, and I always sort of wonder if in countries, because I know that happens in Cameroon and Benin. I always think now, if that happened there, why has it never happened here in South Africa? Um, so anyway, that's another discussion. So as far as I go, that's the what I sort of planned today. But it's more about every time we share a product with someone, just think about how this product would differentiate, how how it differentiates itself in the market, and to try and talk about the differentiation in the market. So it's a
Can I
different,
ask a question?
yeah,
Um, I've heard it said before, and I can't remember who it was, but in connection with the aloe vera juice,
yeah.
somebody said once that they gave it to somebody who had had a death in the family to help them cope with their grief or whatever. Do you remember that story?
No, but I would imagine that it would help.
In what way, though? I can't sort of
Oh, yeah,
understand
as I say,
the logic
yeah,
behind
so from what I understand, it's adaptogenic. So it's about if you feeling depressed and so you're obviously feeling down the whole time. Um, And so because you're down, it should pick you up.
Mm.
That's something. The adaptogenic things are things that basically help reduce stress, and they affect hormones in a different way. So, from a stress and health perspective, they help the body cope with what's going on. So that's why there are a huge number of these adaptogens. And one of the things we use in health coaching, or rather in the health arena, is ashwagandha, which is a very popular, well-known one. So, and these are effectively, let's say, adaptogens, which help the body to cope and adapt to what's going on around them, and helps reduce stress.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think if you're going to have a look at the fast facts on it and the ingredients, it's not just aloe vera juice. There's some herbal stuff, as Bob pointed out, and it's those herbals in the aloe vera juice that helps or picks you up, so you don't feel as depressed.
Mm. No, the reason I'm asking, if you don't mind me elaborating, but yesterday morning, very early, our neighbor who works for Transnet was going to work. He's a train driver, and he was on a motorbike, but riding without a helmet. Anyway, he took his normal route and hit some incomplete roadworks. I'm sure he knew they were there, I don't know. And he's essentially got serious brain and spinal injuries. He's in hospital fighting for his life right now. And of course, the wife and the young daughter are kind of left in the lurch. And I just thought, sure, what do you say to people? Firstly, you shouldn't be riding without a helmet on, number one. Never mind the fact that you rode into some roadworks. But it was obviously dark, and he thought, nobody will notice, I'll slip by, I won't get caught. But this is the result. And I just thought of them when you spoke about Benin. And I've seen pictures of people in various countries where they ride on motorbikes and they don't wear helmets. I don't know, but they do in Benin.
Yeah, I think
in many of these countries they don't have it as a law or rule, but in South Africa it is, and even for bicycles. I mean, as a triathlon coach, we do not permit people to get on a bicycle without it, because we know the damage it can cause. So, I mean, just slow speed riding. I mean, I had a very bad accident on Sani to sea. I landed on my head, and it's just a good thing that I had my helmet on. Otherwise, I may not have survived.
Yeah.
And just as a matter of interest, with the aloe vera, one of the big things in it is Phoenix ginseng. So that's also, and the chamomile. Both of those are going to help calm people down quite a bit. So those are the
what was the first thing you said? I didn't get that word.
Ginseng. So it's what they call Phoenix ginseng. Yeah. So it's got ginseng and it's got chamomile. So both are very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah. And thank goodness this health board or whatever is at least okay with the herbals that are in the aloe vera gel, aloe vera plus. Because I mean, their list seems to be short of herbals that they allow. Because I mean, it's a whole art in itself, the whole herbal thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's me for the day. And I just thought that we haven't sort of spoken about differentiation. So, so certainly, like with Bobby and trying to set up a website or whatever, there's a question that we always ask when we're setting those things up. How do we differentiate ourselves in the market so that we can attract people? Yeah, so it's
you could use a lot of these things just on 1 or 2 page posts or reels, which would go through, and you highlight that information, which make people look at it, because they're looking. People are looking for things that are helpful and that work, and why they work, and so on. So, yeah, that would work.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. I hope I've given you some input and some stuff to think about.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you. I meant to ask, sorry, I was late in joining, but Monica left, or is she busy today?
No, she's gone. She has to go to school for some open day thing.
Ah, goodness.
Yeah, next week we'll be in Doha, hopefully.
Okay. What's happening when you're away?
No, we'll carry on. We can easily do it in Doha.
Okay. Okay.
The Wi-Fi is in fact better than here. The hardest thing is Monica's got some suitcases down the passage, and the daughter-in-law keeps on sending us stuff from Checkers or whatever. Please put this in your suitcase. Please put this in your suitcase. I'm like, chocolates. Eesh, I think I'll have to put that in my computer bag or something like that.
No space for clothes.
Yeah. Well, I think twice now they've come here and take one of our suitcases and go back. And we go there, say, okay, give us back our suitcase. But they're getting a bit better at it. My son's one for just having a cabin bag and just traveling for 3 weeks in a cabin bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so enjoy your week and good sales.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Well.
Thanks, Rob.